Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a new video, and today's video is one that I wish I didn't have to make. One that is in response to so many of your messages, direct messages on Instagram, and even emails, in assuming that I have not seen the video done by Butter the Insider on the Mac Hake dealership where they hosed this service member out of his Demon 170. Of course I saw it. I'm a subscriber of Butters, love his videos, and I think his videos are way better than mine, and he should have way more subscribers than me. So go check out his channel. Dude puts massive work into his content, his research, his data is incredible. The way he presents it, you've got to go watch his channel. And last night we were messaging back and forth about this subject because I went hard on Instagram on my stories and a post and sharing Butters' posts about this situation. I also did a post on YouTube. So I appreciate you all sending me these messages, but just know that I'm all over this and I'm disgusted. And I am wearing my Christmas present on my head, which was from my mother and father who visited at Christmas time and gave me some beautiful gifts, but also gave me this awesome hat to match my dad's Vietnam veteran hat. Of course, he was in the Army, I'm in the Air Force, so we have that to argue about periodically. But nonetheless, yeah, he did call it the Chair Force, but nonetheless, we both served during wartime, we both lived the military life, and know what that was about. And I'll tell you that there is a significant level of sacrifice that our military members go through. We are a 100% voluntary fighting force and the most powerful fighting force in the world. That is unbelievable when you think about it, that purely voluntary, yet we have the single greatest fighting force on the planet Earth. We are the strongest military on the planet. And that is incredible when you think of the selflessness that it takes for someone to make the decision to forgo freedom in the normal world and sign their name on a line which is dotted to give up their life and their body. You can't even get a sunburn when you're in the military because that would be destruction of government property. You give up everything. They shave your head, they tear you down in basic training to turn you into a man willing to go and die for your country, die for people that you have never met before in your life, die for the most entitled, selfish, mamby-pamby little weasel working at Starbucks. We're willing to go die for you because you won't pick up a gun, you won't go do anything that will stand up for our rights in this country and our safety and sovereignty. But I did it, and yes, it was the Air Force, but let me tell you, when hell is breaking loose, and the Marines are in the crap, and the Army is in the middle of the crap, the infantry is out there in trouble, you know what they look up? They look up into the skies for the Air Force to step in and save the day. We are an amazing team, and while I could make fun of the Marines and we could joke around amongst each other, the bottom line is there is a true brotherhood in all the military services. Yes, even the Coast Guard. I'm saying that because my buddy watches this. He's in the Coast Guard. He was in the Coast Guard. But that's a brotherhood. That's a brotherhood. I was sitting in a bar once about a year and a half after getting out of the Air Force, and there were a bunch of brand new Marines sitting in this bar called Mutt Lynch's in Newport Beach. And they were jarheads. I mean, hair shaved, I mean, right out of basic training, their first leave, and they're having beers in this restaurant. And this group of biffs, big buff dudes, were lipping about the Marines, about how tough you guys think you are, how badass you guys think you are. And you know what? Not every Marine looks like the guy on TV that's a huge, buffed, chiseled jaw guy. These are a bunch of kids that just got out of basic training, but kids that were taught to go kill and die for our country. And they were being made fun of. They were being poked at. And my buddy, who was with me at the time, was Army. My other buddy was Army. My other buddy, John, was Navy. And we aren't the biggest guys in the world either. But we looked at each other and we heard this for a little bit, and we're like, we're going to jail today, gentlemen. We're going to jail. These guys can't fight. The Marines can't fight. If they get arrested, they're in trouble in the civilian world and the military world. So what did we do? My three buddies and I got up, and we walked up and we got in the face of these fake muscle guys and told them we are going to make sure that they don't walk for at least a week when this is over. And we, unlike them, are willing to die to win a fight. We're fully prepared and willing and able to do it. So they better be willing to go there if they say one more word to those Marines. And these guys shut up. A bunch of people jumped in, other military members jumped in and said, yeah, you guys need to leave. The bouncers carried these clowns out of the bar. And I'll never forget that moment, that the brotherhood was real. Now here's the deal. That was a long way for me to get to what's happening right now with this Mac Hake dealership, which has become synonymous with greed, synonymous with playing games with prices, synonymous with enormous markups and shady ways of doing business. At least what we've seen online, they've created a situation intentionally and at their own hand where when you start searching Mac Hake dealerships, you will inevitably run into really angry customers. And while I've stood up for customers for this last year or two, 3, 4, in trying to save you all markups, and I think we've succeeded greatly with so many of you who message me regularly, and I think that's horrible when people get screwed out of their cars or hit with a markup or hoodwinked into some add-ons. What's happened in this situation to a military service member serving in Iraq is unconscionable. It's disgraceful. It's downright un-American. And I will say that absolutely confidently and in their face, and I hope they see this video. The simple fact that this person has selflessly given their life up to defend them and their ability to do these shady things, they should have set that car aside. They should have covered it in a beautiful car cover, made it look beautiful, given him free ceramic coating and any accessories he wanted for that car. They should have put a big American flag across the hood for when he showed up. He could see that their respect for the job he does every single day. So when he showed up, pick up that car, they had a ceremony to help deliver that car to this man who has given up so much and just wanted a car, just wanted his dream car, only to have that dream completely crushed by a greedy dealership that took his order when he spec'd it out at F8 Green, created probably F8 Green because it's closest to military, and then anticipated and waited in pure excitement while being away from his family that when he comes home, he's going to get to see his family, and he's going to get to jump behind the wheel of a Dodge Demon 170. No matter what he was going through in Iraq, no matter what crap he's dealing with in Iraq, he had that to look forward to. And I will tell you, having served, you live day to day looking forward to the good times with your family, the good things that will come in the future. You're getting paid crap, and you're looking forward to when this enlistment is over and I go out in the civilian world, I'm going to be able to go and have the things that other people have got to have. Or if you decide to stay in, you are eternally sacrificing. But this gentleman figured out how to save the money, put an order in, agreed to a $50,000 markup, which sucks, but it's less than a lot of the other ones out there. And then the car gets delivered. The salesman sends him pictures of the car still in the plastic. Still in the plastic. He sees it while he's overseas. Imagine the elation that I'm going to get to go home and in a couple of months and jump into this car. Like, how awesome that feeling must have been to see that thing. He likely showed everyone else that he works with. And then he's on a forum on Facebook, and he sees pictures of his car having been sold to someone else. Messages the guy and says, hey, are the last 4 of your VIN this? And the guy comes back and says, yes. He asks him the story, and the guy says, well, I was driving to Mac Haik in Flowood, Mississippi to go buy a silver Demon 170, and they sold it out from under me. So when I got there, they had the paperwork already all done for this F8 green car, knowing that I wouldn't turn it down because I'm paying $100,000 over. So I bought the car. And yes, the car had someone else's name on it, but they told me blah, blah, blah. This guy backed out. This guy can't do the deal. Whatever it is, it's your lucky day we have this other car. And now here I am with your car. You're in a wreck, for goodness sake, and you got your car sold out from underneath you. And then he calls the dealership, and whatever clown dancing they're doing, what it's led to, according to Butter last night, was now they're saying they're going to get him another car. But imagine this. Listen to this. At the $50,000 markup still. So the reason why I'm doing this video, to jump on board with Butter and go watch his video, is to hopefully inspire and motivate any one of you out there, or all of you out there with Instagram accounts and YouTube accounts, to shoot videos, share Butter's posts, share my posts. And this guy deserves that car at the bare minimum at MSRP. But I would say, and I agree with Butter on this, they should give it to him for invoice. Now, it would be really cool if Dodge stepped in and they figured out how to give this hero the car for nothing, for free. We screwed up. That sucked. We want to do you right. Nobody intended to screw with an American hero here. We're going to go ahead and hook you up with a car. But I can't see that happening. Now, if Mac Haik says, well, we can't get a car, this is where I agree with Butter as well. Tim Kuniskis himself has the power to go ahead and take one of these extra allocations that are floating around out there and get a car. And that car should look exactly the same. It should be F8 green with the black hood. It should be spec'd out exactly the same. This man should not have to give up anything, sacrifice anything more than he already has in this world, and give him the car that he ordered originally, and make a horrible situation into a good situation. Let me tell you, I don't care who you are, if they drop that $50,000 markup and they sell him that car at MSRP, as horrible as this situation is for this guy, saving him $50,000, which I promise you he's had to save up and work very hard to put that money together, could be a significant win for him and alleviate some of the pain and heartbreak of this entire situation. So Mac Haik, if you made $100,000 on his car instead of the 50, that's basically the 50 that you're trying, the extra 50 that you're trying to make off of him now. Mac Haik's being like, we'll do you a favor and get you another car at 50. That means you made $100,000 off of that guy, and you probably, with the other car, made another $100,000, and now you're going to get another 50 off of this guy and try to save face. No, you don't get to save face. I think we need to collectively not work with dealers that do this kind of stuff. I do have a clip from the CEO of Mac Haik that I'll play right now, speaking on the ethos and the belief system in that dealership. So I'll go ahead and play that right now.
The point is, ladies and gentlemen, that greed, for lack of a better word, is good. Greed is right. Greed works.
So, okay, that wasn't the CEO. But if that CEO had a speech, I'll tell you, that's what we assume and imagine that he would be saying. Greed is good. Because to go ahead and just cast aside a service member who's deployed, who can't come back and do anything, whose wife was going to pull the trigger right after the holidays, meaning as long as it's within, I believe it's 14 days, he could have kept his original pricing in place and they would honor that pricing. Instead, they sell it to somebody else. And they sell it to somebody else at the higher MSRP price and at a much higher markup. That's greed, folks. That's greed. For lack of a better word, that is greed. And I'm here to say it ain't good. So with that, everybody, please share this video. Go watch Butters. Comment below. Share your feelings. Go to Google reviews and leave your thoughts, even though they'll probably freeze the reviews or delete them. I've already left my review. And let's stand up for this service member. It's the least we can do as the Brotherhood, because we are the Brotherhood. It's not Tim who says we're the Brotherhood. We are the Brotherhood. We make decisions whether we're going to buy these cars anymore. We make decisions whether we're going to patron these dealerships that do this horrible behavior. We're the ones that make that decision collectively on the ground with the money in our pockets. It's not someone in an ivory tower somewhere or some CEO or some executive who says we're Brotherhood as though they're part of it. No, unfortunately, a lot of these people who say they're Brotherhood aren't part of the Brotherhood of Dodge. They are up there and greedy as hell, and they have nothing to do with us. They've been kicked out of the Brotherhood a long time ago. We're the Brotherhood, and we walk with our wallets. So with that, everybody, please like, subscribe, comment, share this video. I can't wait for this horrible behavior to end. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.